Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what are your person's late night thoughts about you. So you've got 3 cards over here to choose from. Group 1, this is your card. It says Moonlight. It's too much glare. Alright, Group 2, this is your card. It says Compass. And Group 3, this is your card that says Intention. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi Group 1, so if you guys chose Moonlight, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out what are your person's late night thoughts about you. So the cards that we have are Wisdom, Exchanging Gifts, Dry Desert, and Forgiveness. All right. I don't know whether or not this individual has ever explicitly asked you for your forgiveness for however it is that they behaved with you, but clearly over here late at night when their mind is not occupied by any other thought or any other stress or whatever, and when they're completely immersed in your thoughts, they do reflect a lot on how your relationship used to be, because this is a very vibrant and good and happy energy over here, and then cut to dry desert where, you know, it's barren, it's a desert. And because they are thinking about forgiveness over here, so of course they are primarily or majorly responsible for the situation going south. In fact, they often think about how your life would have been like right now if you guys were still together. For a lot of you, either you both were married or marriage was on the cards, you guys were discussing it, or maybe you were engaged and then they called off the engagement. So they often wonder late at night what it would have been like if you both were still together, if you both were still married. Would you have had kids by now? What would your home life have looked like? All those thoughts. They also wonder if the situation can be improved if they ask you for your forgiveness. And if they ask you for your forgiveness, will you accept it? Will you accept their apology? And will things go back to how they used to be? In the past, when things had gone wrong between you guys, maybe at that time they refused to take any responsibility for their actions, or they absolutely refused to acknowledge that they had anything to do with whatever went wrong, right? But now with Wisdom over here, it seems like the more that they think about it, the more they can see certain patterns, I'm being told, about their own behavior, about, let's say, a repetitive manner in which they used to cause any sort of inconvenience to you. Or perhaps they had this habit of always asking lots of questions to you, not trusting you, checking your phone, and of course a bunch of other things. So they tend to reflect a lot on all those things late at night. And then of course with exchanging gifts over here, particularly one memory seems to stand out. Now with Wisdom over here, and I mentioned that for some of you, this is someone with whom you were either engaged or you were married to them. So the whole event of where they proposed to you, them giving you a ring and you accepting it or vice versa, that scene runs a lot in their mind late at night. The day when they propose to you or you propose to them, or whatever it is. And if not that, if this isn't someone to whom you were married or engaged, then over here with exchanging gifts, this can be something that you knew that they wanted and you saved up for it, or you borrowed money from somewhere, but you just made sure that no matter how, they get that thing. It's something you did to make them happy, to bring a smile on their face. So whether you had to take a loan for it, whether you had to borrow money from your friends, or like I said, whether you had to take a big chunk out of your own salary or your own earnings for the sake of it, you did that. If it's a gift, it was surely a big gift. It wasn't something that was very easily affordable. It was something expensive. And for a lot of you, I'm being told, and again, this is a specific message, doesn't have to resonate for all of you. It could have been a professional camera that you gave to them, because perhaps they like to do a lot of nature photography and used to go on a lot of hikes and nature trails. So they liked clicking pictures along the way. So you gifted them with a really nice camera. Now, the thing is, with exchanging gifts over here in Dry Desert, whatever it is that you had given to them, they still have that thing. Even if it doesn't work anymore, even if it doesn't function properly anymore, it's still there. They still have it. And I'm being told that it is always there in their line of sight. So if they sleep in their bedroom, and if there are, like there's a drawer or a dresser or a table somewhere, so whatever gift of yours it is, it's most likely kept over there. So they can always see it. When they're lying in their bed late at night, they can see that gift that you had given to them. And of course, it reminds them of you. And so this brings me back to the point that I was making earlier, that what you gave to them, that gift remains, but now it's Dry Desert over here. The connection is lost. It's all, like I said, it's all dry. It's all barren now. There's nothing left over here anymore. And like I said, they feel like it can all be traced back to them, that it was all their fault, which is why they debate with the idea of asking you for your forgiveness. For a lot of you, since this particular separation, you have moved on. And in fact, currently you might be married to someone else, or you might be engaged to someone else, and you're pretty happy over there. And if that is the case, if you are with someone new now, maybe that is why they play with this idea of forgiveness, whether they should come back in your life and, talk to you again now that you're with someone else, or should they just keep their mouths shut. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So we have the 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Justice, and King of Swords. Alright, so with 8 of Cups over here, definitely 90% of you, 99% of you rather, have already moved on from this person. And either you're already with someone new, or pretty soon you will be. And in their late night thoughts, while on the one hand they contemplate about asking you for your forgiveness, on the other hand they seem to be acutely aware of the fact that you have moved on from them and that you're simply not interested in them anymore. And again, look at this contrast over here of 8 of Cups and 6 of Pentacles. There was a point in time when this relationship was very good. There was good reciprocity. And then perhaps with King of Swords over here, suddenly they started getting disconnected from their emotions. They started getting very dominating. They started getting very controlling. They started acting in ways that just didn't do justice to how they used to be when the connection had first started. For instance, when the connection had first started, they could have been the kind of partner who was always very worried about you, taking care of little things, making time for you. But then as the connection progressed, they became very consumed by their work. They started getting very irritable, my way or the highway, that sort of a mindset. And it obviously did create problems in the connection then. So if you have moved on from them, they understand why that is. They understand that you had to do what you had to do for your own peace of mind. In fact, with King of Swords over here in Dry Desert, for a lot of you, it could have been their decision. I don't want to stay married to you anymore. I'm calling off the engagement. I don't want to see your face anymore, this and that. And of course, now they regret it, especially the fact that the King of Swords is right underneath forgiveness. So they could have said something that was very brutal, something that was very, very harsh, totally unnecessary, which they are now regretting in their late night thoughts. And with Justice over here in the 8 of Cups, it seems like when they're wondering about you at night, they think that how the current status of this connection, wherein you don't even want to look at their face, you don't talk to them, perhaps they do try to message you, you do not respond, and especially if you have moved on with someone else, they feel like they deserved it. They deserve what they're getting now. Almost as if they know the punishment that they committed, the wrongdoings that they did, and now you being taken out from their life and you having found love and home in someone else, this is what they get for acting this way. So it seems like if in the past they were always pointing fingers at you, blaming you, they're not doing that anymore, because now they're fully sure of the fact that it was their fault. whatever happened in this connection towards the end and how it stands now, it was all because of them. And somewhere, of course, with justice over here, there is this desire to set things straight with you, to make things right with you, to at least become friends with you again. But then with Eight of Cups over here in forgiveness, because they feel or they know for a fact that you have moved on with someone and you're very happy now with someone else, very occupied with your home life and such, perhaps they don't want to ruin your peace. Okay. They might have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. All right, let's take some closing messages now. Whatever passion or attraction... Oh, we are asking about late night thoughts and we got the moon over here. I don't think that this individual is very good at communication. In fact, at the time when they started getting very irritable and all, it's quite likely that there was a lot going on in their mind at that time. And you might have tried to ask them, you might have tried to help them, get them to open up, be vulnerable with you, but they didn't do that and now they're regretting it, of course. The attraction and the love that they felt for you back then, it's still pretty much present. They do feel like you've closed the door on their face now and on this connection forever. So, and by the way, this is a lot of thinking that happens. With this light bulb over here, I don't think that this is one, like one of those instances wherein we think about something late at night for perhaps 15-20 minutes and then we doze off. It seems to be, it's like they pull an all-nighter, all night they're up thinking about you, thinking about the past, thinking about a possible beautiful future that they ruined. In fact, if you had ever made them a mixtape or if you had some favorite songs, it's quite likely that they put that music on at night when they're thinking about you. For sure, they think about the ways in which they totally messed up this connection and they wish they could go back in time and make changes now. They miss the kind of emotional support that you had provided to them and that you were trying to provide to them, which they refused to take, which they refused to acknowledge. And like I had said in the beginning, they often contemplate how, if you both were still together, what would your life have been like? What your marriage or what your family situation, what your home, that environment, what would that have been like? All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 1. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or my email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 2, if you guys chose Compass, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out what are your person's late night thoughts about you. So your cards are Universe, Yin, Peaks of Joy, and Perfection. All right. With Yin over here in Peaks of Joy, this person doesn't just think about you, they legit get lost in your thoughts. Whoever this person is, for a lot of you, they might be someone who lives at a lot of physical distance from you, most likely another country. So there's a time zone difference between you guys. Your day is their night and vice versa. Or maybe you guys are in the same country, but that country is divided into different time zones. There's never really a match over there. It seems like this individual is absolutely smitten by you till date. And in fact, for a lot of you, this might be someone who has a crush on you or someone you're currently dating. But of course, for most of you, this is someone who used to be an active part of your life, but quite possibly isn't anymore. I'm being asked to tell you that each time you see repeating threes, take that as a sign that this person is thinking about you or is very heavily occupied in your thoughts. All right. Now, with Peaks of Joy over here, so it isn't just thinking that they do, all right, about you late at night. They also do something else, which due to the new policies, I can't say out loud, but starts with an M, it ends with an N, and it rhymes with station. Okay, that's the best that I could do. So Yeah, that surely happens as well. With yin over here, it seems like, okay, it isn't just late night thoughts. They dream about you quite frequently as well. Quite frequently, I'm being told. In fact, it's quite likely that something of yours is still with them and they never returned it. Some dress of yours, some perfume of yours, a comb of yours, some ornament of yours, some earrings of yours, something like that, a ring of yours perhaps. There's something that you had left at their place which they never returned to you. All right. And I'm being told that if you would have asked them about it, hey, I have these, let's say, for example, let's say they're earrings. All right. So you might have said that I've got these little drop earrings and do you have them at your place? And they must have lied about it because they never intended to return it. It was kind of like a keepsake for them, something to help them remember you with. Not that they need any external stimulus for that, but anyway, in this person's eyes, you are perfect. There's nothing about you which they think is a problem or could have been or should have been different. And especially the way that you look, your face, your lips, your eyes, your hair. Maybe you have a very unusual shade of your natural hair color is of a very unusual shade. It isn't exactly black, it isn't exactly brown, it isn't exactly red. It's kind of like a natural mix of all three. I'm sure there's a name for it which I'm not aware of. But anyway, so they really, really like that. In fact, if you guys are connected on social media, I do feel like late at night they do a lot of stalking to see what did you post today, or if you aren't that active on social media, they scroll your feed and they look at old posts of yours. I'm also being told, wow, they take screenshots of your story. All right, group 2? So just know that they take screenshots of your story. This is for those who are connected on social media. If you guys aren't connected on social media, then I'm sure they do have certain old photographs of yours, pictures that you both must have taken together. So they look at those. I'm being told that they miss your smell. Maybe you have a signature smell. There's ever since you found a particular perfume, you stuck to it, and that's the perfume that you always wear. So it has become your signature smell now, and they love it. Do you know, I'm sure you do, that oftentimes a smell can trigger a memory. Oftentimes our brain associates particular smells with memories, like how there's a particular flower. Its fragrance always brings up memories of me, memories of my grandmother's house for me. So sort of something like that. So for this individual, the smell of your perfume, whenever they get a whiff of it here and there, it reminds them of you. Late at night though, it's the distance between you both that starts getting at them, because they're so immersed in your thoughts and they're getting so mesmerized by your beauty, looking at your pictures, like I said, pleasing themselves and this and that. And then, of course, reality dawns on them that this individual isn't lying next to you right now. Heck, they aren't even talking to you anymore. There's so much physical distance between you guys. In fact, for a lot of you, perhaps you had no idea that this is how intensely they feel for you because they never told you. So that again is kind of like a blockage. It's almost as if many a times their feelings have almost reached the tip of their tongue, but they couldn't really say it out loud. And you might have experienced that, if ever you were hanging out with them or talking to them. It was very evident that they were trying to say something, but then they either fumbled or completely changed the topic, and you must have felt, okay, that was very random, that was very weird, I wonder why they did that. Well, now you know it's because they hesitated, they freaked out. From your tarot cards, we have 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and 2 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm seeing 2 situations over here, so take what resonates. For a lot of you, the individual that you're asking about is someone who has major commitment phobia. All right. And see, this is the irony of the situation, that they have commitment phobia, but then they have such strong feelings for you. And so late at night, when they're thinking about you, when they're lost in your thoughts, when they're fantasizing about you, They often debate whether they should leave aside that part of them which doesn't like commitment, and whether they should come forward, come clean to you about this, that um, I have feelings for you and I want to get into a committed relationship with you. I want to offer you commitment. Or should they just keep their mouths shut and live their single life, have fun, scout their options, flirt around, get involved in flings and casual romances? But then the thing is that for you, for their thoughts about you, we've got the card of yin over here, which is the divine feminine's energy. So nobody compares to you in their eyes. Even if they do engage in meaningless, encounters with people here and there, it doesn't mean a thing to them. And so late at night, it seems like after they're done, of course, fantasizing about you and crushing on you so bad, they come back to reality and they very seriously consider what their next move towards you should be. Should they make a conscious effort to change themselves? Should they get out of their comfort zone being singlehood? And should they offer you commitment, or should they just let things be as they are? It's also possible over here that when you had proposed to them, they had rejected you. Because at that time too, of course, the commitment phobia was there. They were having a nice time with you, but the minute you started getting serious, they freaked out and then they left. And that's another memory that comes to their mind now. With Seven of Wands over here in Peaks of Joy, they know that they've never been as happy with anybody else as they used to be with you. So late at night, when they're thinking about you, this past memory often keeps coming up, wherein they had that opportunity, they had that chance to make things permanent with you, but instead they got super defensive. They're like, what, when did you get that idea that I was interested in you that seriously, or that I, wanted something, like a proper commitment with you? I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong signals, but I thought we were just having fun. I thought you just wanted something casual. And now they're regretting it. In fact, with Ten of Cups over here, it's quite possible that currently you are in a relationship with someone else and they know about it. And they know that as long as you're with someone else, there is no way in hell that you will take any action towards them. And that's precisely what's happening right now. You found someone else and you're happy with them, and that is why neither do you message them, nor do you call them. Perhaps you don't even watch their stories, you don't interact their posts. Another thing, with perfection over here in Two of Pentacles, this individual often compares themselves to the person that you're dating right now. For instance, I look better than him. What is she doing with him? Just, look at his stupid face, look at his smile, look at his hair, and, versus me, I'm so much better. What was she thinking? Why would she pick him over me? I'm sure I earn better than him. Oh, he has a bigger house than me. Oh, his car is bigger than mine. So lots of comparisons keep happening in this person's mind late at night. It's almost as if there's some competition between this individual and the person that you're currently with. Of course, they both might not know about each other's existence, but they seem to have made a game out of it. And like I said, 9 out of 10 times they think that they were the better or more obvious choice for you. So according to them, you're with the wrong person. You should have never invested in a connection with the person that you're with right now. And they also think that because you are now with someone else, how will you react if they make a move towards you? Will you go all Godzilla on them? Will you get angry? Will you block them out of irritation? Will you tell them are they out of their mind? How will your reaction be? So they keep on making up these different scenarios in their mind as well. Okay, so scenario A, group 2 leaves their current partner for me and comes running back to me. Scenario B, they mock me and ask me what the hell is wrong with me and block me and just never speak to me again and continue being with their current partner. The problem over here with your person, this individual, not your person, because I think you have found your person now. Regardless, with 4 of Pentacles over here and 2 of Pentacles, this individual tends to think more and act less. In fact, only think and never act. And that's what their core problem, I feel, is. They keep making up all these elaborate scenarios in their mind. How will you react? What will happen? What if this happens? And what if that happens? But they never actually make any effort to see which scenario turns out to be true. Okay. They might be having Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag in their chart. So let's take a look at some closing messages for you now. Spirit, what if yeah, they feel like you've got absolutely nothing to do with them anymore. By the way, if you guys are connected on social media and you think that they're very happy without you and that they couldn't care about you any less than what they currently do, that's not true. They're not happy without you. They do miss you terribly. And whatever behavior is going on right now, that's all fake. All right, they're wearing a mask. In case some of you have reached out to them from your side, and if they give you a very lukewarm response, that again was them putting up this false mask of, oh, so you reached out to me, I don't really care about you that much, even though they do. Of course, this contemplation regarding what life would have been like if they were with you versus how your life is now that you're with someone else, lots of that deliberation keeps happening as well. It's kind of like an unfulfilled wish of theirs to be with you, but now that you found someone else, they think that that's just not possible anymore. They acknowledge that you've left a deep impact on them, and that they'll most likely never ever be able to completely forget about you, especially because it was an opportunity being served to them on a golden platter when you had proposed to them, and they just did not think it through and were quick to reject it. And that thing that I mentioned about them doing a lot of contemplation, should they change themselves, should they come out of their comfort zone, should they take commitment and relationships more seriously, all of that soul searching has also been triggered in them by you. They want to change in this connection. It's just that they're not sure whether or not that's possible anymore. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or my email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, if you guys chose intention, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out what does the person on your mind think about you late at night. So the cards that came out for you are Hope, Between Worlds, Home, and Perseverance. Alright, you think they've given up on you and given up on this connection, but that is not true. They're still holding out on hope that things between you both can get better. In fact, with Home over here and Between Worlds, I'm getting 2 scenarios. The first one might not resonate with a lot of you, so I'm not going to spend much time over there. This can be someone whom you are in a relationship with, but to make their life better and your life better, they've gone someplace far away for better work opportunities. They're hustling there, hoping to provide you with a better home life. At times it gets difficult, but they prevent themselves from quitting because they think about you. They think about the hope that you and the kids and the rest of the family has placed on their shoulders. The fact that you guys are counting on them that way. So they keep up with it. They keep soldiering on. Now, for the most of you, this is someone who currently lives at some physical distance from you. It doesn't have to be drastic like a different country. This simply can be a different city or a different state. There was a time when this connection was very good. It could have started out as a mutual crush. One of you then was brave enough to initiate, and then things just started going from there. In fact, this connection never really reached its full potential, even though both of you were very comfortable in each other's presence. And it could have been that the reason why you both fell apart was because one of you had to move, one of you had to relocate. And for some time, you perhaps, group 3, were hoping that we can manage a long distance relationship, but that didn't happen. Either they did not entertain the idea at all of a long distance relationship, or perhaps for your sake, they tried it out for a little while. They did not like it, and so they ended things from their side. And now late at night, when they're sitting with their thoughts of you, they contemplate about getting back together with you, because home is where the heart is, and their heart is with you. Their heart lies with you. They've never felt the kind of comfort, the kind of belonging that they have with you. And so, no matter what the situation between you both is at the moment, who has blocked whom, nobody's talking to the other, nobody's initiating, despite that, when they're thinking about you at night, when their mind isn't clouded by any other thought, they know that they must not give up. Maybe now is not the right time for them to reach out because they're busy with their work, you might be busy with yours. But I just don't see them letting go of you or letting go of this connection anytime soon. It's like this hope is always there in their heart that someday Group 3 and I will get back together. In fact, with home over here and hope, one of you might be having the same letter. The same letter starts your first name and your surname, or theirs for that matter. Can be HH, your initials, or theirs, something like that. Repeating letters, basically. Anyway, so like I said, they imagine or they think about what life in the future will be like with you once you both are together. So they only think about positive things. Someday Group 3 and I will get back together. What would our life be like then? We'll get married. This is where we live. This is the kind of a house that we live in. This will be our furniture. Just it's so, the details, the energy, it's all so intricate. In fact, I'm being told that when you guys used to date each other, or when you were more actively, a part of each other's lives, what our home will be like could have been perhaps one of your favorite topics to discuss. We'll settle down in the city, and this will be the color scheme of our bedroom, anything else for that matter. And they recall all those plans that they made with you. They recall all those shared dreams that they had with you. And I feel like the dreams that you both saw together somewhere propel or fuel their hope that someday they will get back together with you. So this isn't one of those situations wherein someone's thinking about you late at night and then they're getting depressed and they're crying and they're all sad and curled up like a ball. That doesn't happen. There's always this smile on their face when they're thinking about you at night, because they're always envisioning a future with you. And with perseverance over here, like I said, no matter how difficult things are between you guys right now, in fact, if you look at this figure over here trying to cheer up this lady, it does seem like this is basically the embodiment of hope over here. It'll get better. Things will be okay. All is well. I do feel like when you both used to be together or used to talk to each other very frequently, whenever they would get sad about something, you were always like their personal cheerleader. That is one thing that they do miss, because it feels like with Between Worlds over here and Perseverance, their life isn't going very smoothly right now. This can perhaps be a hiccup in their career or something else that's going on in their personal life, something that's going on with some friend or a family member. It's basically not that easy breezy at the moment. And when they're thinking about you at night, they wonder that if you were there with them right now, or if you were talking to them right now, what would you have said to them? How would you have cheered them up? How would you have given them hope that things will be all right? Don't worry about this. It's a phase. It'll pass. I'm sure you'll come out of it stronger. Or what else would you have said? Because that's something that you often used to do. So they miss that comfort again that they used to get from you. I'm being told that when they were with you, they thought that nothing can ever go wrong. And that feeling is something that they miss terribly at night. But they don't like to marinate a lot in that feeling. They quickly switch to the positive side of it. The future, the bright future that they dream of. Okay, from your tarot cards, we have the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, with Ten of Wands over here, I do feel like it was because of some responsibility or a prior commitment that things fell apart between you guys. They had to make a move, or you had to make a move. It isn't something that either of you was very something that you did willingly. I don't think it's something that either you or they did willingly. And for a lot of you with Eight of Pentacles, for sure, this could have been something related to higher studies or work. With Wheel of Fortune over here at night, they often think about different signs and synchronicities that they keep picking up about you. In fact, the card that you've chosen also has repeating 2 over here, and then it's got this dandelion. So maybe you keep seeing this flower here and there. You keep seeing repeating 2s. You keep seeing repeating synchronicities. Did you see that? Okay. And by the way, if you keep hearing their name or seeing repeating numbers, know that it's not just you who's experiencing all of that. Oh, you couldn't have seen that. My camera just covers still here. Basically, I've got these fairy lights which blinked. They don't, but they did when I said that you're not the only one who's getting synchronicities. Okay. And with the Hierophant over here, for sure, they think about marrying you, settling down with you, living a happy home life with you. And they are convinced that this is a destined connection, that there's a reason why you were brought in each other's lives, and that there's no way in hell that this connection is over just yet. In fact, look at how this animal over here, a raccoon, right? Anyway, is, you know, like they're in this combat mode, ready to hustle, ready to do what it takes to get whatever it is that they want. And the fact that this, again, is right underneath perseverance over here just confirms that late at night there is, I'm not seeing any action plan over here as such in their thoughts about you. It's more so, I will do whatever it takes, but I am sure that someday, when the timing is right, me and group 3 will be back together. We'll settle down, we'll build a home of our own, we'll have a happy life with each other. For some of you with Hierophant over here and 10 of Wands, they could have left you because of family pressure, because perhaps you both come from very different socioeconomic backgrounds and their family just wasn't approving. So at that time, they did not really have a choice. They had to do as their family instructed. And maybe that is why they're hustling so much in their career right now, so that they can have enough independence and enough stability or financial security to live the life of their dreams, live the life that they want without any interference. They don't want anybody to tell them whom to marry, whom to be with, whom to settle down with. They want to be big enough not just age-wise, money-wise, to take decisions independently. And again, with Wheel of Fortune over here, it's not the past as such that they reminisce. It's always the future that they're thinking about late at night. All right. They might be having Aries, Leo, Sag, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart somewhere. So let's close your reading now. Spirit, what if this person stays my thoughts about this? Oh, look at this. They're not at all happy without you. But they think that you're happy. And, oh gosh, the energy that I'm feeling right now. See, they're happy that you're happy. They're not happy without you. Okay, I just exclaimed because this card said home, and then we also have this home over here now, this little house. So for sure, this person late at night thinks about marrying you, settling down with you, starting a family with you. Their happiness lies in you. All right, you are the source of joy in their life. And this is so fascinating because perhaps you're not talking to them, you guys aren't really in regular touch, but despite that, just thinking about you gets them going. You know, this is like that queen bee energy over here, and we'd already seen with perseverance that they're ready to do whatever it takes to just keep things going and eventually resurface in your life and get back together with you. So they're willing to do that. The thing is that they don't know how any of that will happen. So that is one aspect which with Wheel of Fortune over here and then this lightning bolt, they've left on fate. They don't know when, they don't know how will you both be back together, but something inside of them is absolutely convinced that it will happen. It's almost as if they believe a lot in the foundation of your connection, or how you guys had started, or just how rock solid your bond is till date, even if now you both aren't really in touch. You've definitely left a deep, deep impact in their life, and there's no way in hell anybody is going to replace that anytime soon. The attraction, the intensity that they felt towards you back then, that remains the same. it isn't just lust, of course. Clearly, this is more of love over here. And if they were a puppet, previously, like acting on their family's instructions, don't talk to group 3, and not just family, of course, if they were a puppet to destiny at that point in their life, that okay, I have to make this move, there's nothing I can do about it, they're willing to fight it now. They're willing to fight it with whatever might it'll take from their end. But they just want you back. They want you so badly, this person, I swear, group 3. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or my email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.